A la una yo nací, a las dos me engrandecí. A la una yo nací, a las dos me engrandecí. A las tres mi amante, a las cuatro me casé. A las tres mi amante, a las cuatro me casé. Ansire tu hermosura, ansire tu hermosura, ansire tu hermosura. Dime, niña, ¿dónde vienes? Que te quiero conocer. Dime, niña, ¿dónde vienes? Que te quiero conocer. Si tú no tienes amante, yo te he de aprender. Si tú no tienes amante, yo te he de aprender. Ansire tu hermosura, ansire tu hermosura, ansire tu hermosura. Yéndome para la guerra, 2 pesos se la redí. Yéndome para la guerra, 2 pesos se la redí. El uno es para mi madre y el otro para ti. Y el no es para mi madre y el otro para ti. A la vida corazón, a la vida corazón, a la vida corazón. A la una yo nací, a las 2 me engrandecí. A la una yo nací, a las 2 me engrandecí. A las 3 mi amante, a las 4 me casé. A las 3 mi amante, a las 4 me casé. Ansire tu hermosura, ansire tu hermosura, ansire tu hermosura. Hai visto lo reinato leva, hai visto lo reinato danza, hai visto lo reinato leva, hai visto lo reinato danza. Lo te tres faccion lo ton de la, hai visto lo reinato leva. Te tres faccion lo ton de la, faccion lo ton bravo son foia. Qui trimato para nada, per se gagnava questo. Qui trimato para nada, per se gagnava questo. Renché dentro una mesata, hai visto visto lo reinato labor, hai visto lo reinatenza, hai visto lo reinata labor, hai visto lo reinatenza, tote tres haciendo tonte la, hai visto lo reinata labor, tote tres haciendo tonte la, haciendo tonto a santo ya. Who can fight the peace? Can we defend the least? The don't bring relief. The justice red in a mighty stream. Lulled into false sense of security, fall from crippling inequity, oblivious to what actual material need. I might feel empathy, but I don't have to see few. Live from the labor of many, all use while the few live in luxury, subdued by promise of prosperity or threat of action by powerful, wrapped Hey friends, happy Monday. I'm Jeremy Grafe. You might know me from the delightful alt-metal band called Subaltern Project. You have found your way to our channel. Thanks for tuning in. A toast to you all. So right off the top, some of you might be noticing that Michael is conspicuous by his absence tonight, and he is not feeling well. So send all of your good healing vibes to Herr Gartner, and hopefully he will be feeling better soon. It seems like it's nothing serious, but maybe he overdosed on bagpipes yesterday. It could have happened. How's everybody doing?
Good. Vanessa says, hey.
Oh, right on. Oh, and
Hawaii Lander.
And thank you, Vanessa and Jeff, for becoming new patrons on Patreon. I could not do this without your support. All of you who have been supporting the stream and Subaltern Project's music, it means so much to have that patronage. One of the things that I'm trying to do right now is save up for a nicer lighting rig. So to make life a little easier on the camera and improve the general vibe. So your technology, your gifts will be benefiting all of our technology. Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Lindsay wants to know, because it's International Women's Day, you're planning on doing some songs praising Santa Maria.
Yeah, you know, that would be like the low-hanging fruit of International Women's Day.
And I said, if not, we can praise the house elf.
We can praise the house elf, who is definitely top 5 of the most important women in my life. And I say that because I had 2 grandmothers and a mom. So that's at least 3 other spots that should be in the top 5. But yeah, I don't have any cantigas prepared for this week, unfortunately, Lindsay. But stay tuned, because I am working diligently on a couple adaptations. I just don't feel comfortable yet with some of the melodies, like singing and playing. So I'm getting there. So that's a coming attraction. Personally, I think it's great that there's an International Women's Day, but damn it, there ought to be like a lot more respect to half of the goddamn world population. So as far as I'm concerned, we can praise Santa Maria for like the rest of like the year. And I'm always happy to play some of the women artists that I love, like Susie Sue of Susie and the Banshees, or Lisa Gerard from Dead Can Dance, although I don't think I would try and sing any of Lisa's stuff. That would be a mistake.
Speaking of Lisa, she says greetings.
Oh, hey, Lisa. Speaking of Lisas. That's right. So, yeah. I do have kind of a set planned. So I have other songs that I'm definitely going to play, but I am open to suggestions. Because
if we don't get to them tonight,
we can always add them to the queue of stuff I need to get on.
But we can try. Yeah.
So I need to swap out guitars now, because another thing that my dear patrons and tippers are going to be funding is moderate bit of repair on the PRS that has been my regular player. This is my Breedlove Passport. Just returned after living for a little over a year at my brother's house. I have not been a frequenter at my brother's house in quite a while, since the pandemic. And it was the second time that I got to see my nephew, although that was through a door. And of course, he is adorable. He is 10 months old today, so happy
birthday, Benjamin.
Birthday, Benjamin. Although
Ish.
It's more of a month day.
Happy month day.
I don't know. I don't know how these things work. Anyway, so I need to play my old trusty Passport, which I love this guitar. I love the satin finish. I love that I've got these, like, it's a cool string through bridge rather than bridge pins, which if you've ever restrung a guitar, bridge pins are unpleasant. Anyway, I need to play this one because the specific problem my PRS is having are some of the frets on my high E string are not working properly. So I need to take the PRS to the doctor. But when I'm playing lower register and anywhere else, it's just fine. So anyway, some of you, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Cool. All right. So I've got another guitar switch planned for now. It's very high tech.
Super
One over there.
high-tech.
Put one here. And because I don't have to deal with the heartbreak of gut strings, I don't have to retune. So that's fun, right?
Yay, no tuning.
Yay, no tuning!
So what is it? 8 hours of tuning.
8 hours of tuning.
We
For those of you who tuned in to the New Year's Eve show for Volgamut Live, John and Johan and Shada had a delightful 12 days of Volgamut, which I think is going to become a regular in our household. And what was I going to say?
8 million hours of tuning.
8 million hours of tuning. Yeah, we don't have to do that.
Wood instruments and...
Wooden instruments. Well, this is wooden, but
Well, yeah, but it's...
modern steel strings or bronze strings. Woo! Metal is your friend. Yeah, so anyway, I hope everybody's having a good time.
Yep.
The house elves are laughing, so that's always good.
We're just agreeing that definitely a bit of tuning on the medieval instruments.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they're beautiful to look at. They sound great. The songs are incredible, but let's hear it for all the people who for hundreds of years have played on those things and have like made a work of it, because that's real. And yeah. Anyway, if you're just checking us out, I hope you follow. I'm hoping to get up to a point where we've got a pretty good crew here. I think one of the things that's great about a Monday night is we have such a great crew in the comments hanging out with each other and sharing a little bit of joy, because we could all use that from time to time, especially this last year. Oh, speaking of this last year and speaking of Volgamut, this coming Thursday is going to be episode 52 of Volgamut Live. I mention this because we're going to be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern on their Facebook page. And Michael and I are going to be live hosting, and we have a whole lot of cool surprises planned. Some special guests that we're going to be beaming in from the internet via the power of pure magic. And he's going to be sharing some of our favorite moments from the last year. This is a year of live streaming for us, people, which is kind of nuts. And I am super thankful for all of you that I have met via live streaming, whether my own show or other friends. So that's definitely worth drinking to. And I hope you'll join us. I'm pretty sure the show is going to clock in a lot longer than the usual 1 hour. So if you tune in on Thursday night, make sure you've got plenty of beverages and plenty of snacks and all of your effervescent personality. And we're going to have a really good time.
And your dancing shoes.
And your dancing shoes. Because
Yeah,
it's going to be a nice selection of some of your favorite English country dances, and I know that we're definitely going to have some loud songs. So, pretty excited about that.
Carlos said that he put brass string pins in his early 80s Ibanez, and she sounds amazing.
Brass. I like that. So, we're going to talk. I have bone pins in my PRS, which I like for tone, but it makes me super nervous pulling them out because I don't want to damage them. So I'm actually going to be posting a video when I change the strings to this about how I do that without scratching them or damaging them. So watch the YouTube channel for that one. I think I'm going to do a regular, maybe not weekly, but I think Fridays are going to be or no, Wednesdays. Wednesdays will be like a regular day to upload some like guitar maintenance and maybe some like, what's the word I'm looking for? Gear reviews. Yes, gear reviews. So I'm pretty excited about that. I started posting my recorder journey for my patrons because I started learning recorder back in October when the Pennsylvania Ren Fair was a little more than halfway through. Yes, Michael did kind of put me up to it, but he's been really helpful with giving me online lessons and really helpful feedback. So the first of those episodes went out to the Patreon patrons on Friday, and I'm going to be posting those every Friday from here on out. And we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty excited about all the stuff that's going to start coming to the patrons. I know that I owe you an album, and the album based on episode 48 a few weeks ago, I have that basically done. I just need to create a cover. So that's going to be coming out real soon, and that's going to be coming out to the $10 or more patrons. So, but anyway, you can sign up for Patreon, Subaltern Project's Patreon, for $2 a month, and you will get access to still a lot of video content and a lot of music, as well as the VOD from Monday nights. I actually take a little bit of time to EQ them and remaster them, so I think the VOD sounds better if you want to listen to the music. I mean, you lose out on some of the fun in the comments, but, you know, there's always a trade-off. Anyway, super grateful for my patrons.
And Rebecca's here.
And Rebecca's here,
Speaking of
who's another one of our patrons. So thank you, Rebecca, and thank you, Vanessa and Jeff, the newest in the patron family. I've got a pretty cool set of fun things to play in B flat, and unless there's like some more business, we're getting kind of close to the end. I say kind of close because I'm planning on playing 3 songs in a row just now.
Carlos wants to know, do you like nickel silver frets better than stainless, or do you not care?
I don't know that I really care about the fret composition. I think for me, setup is more important than the fret feel. Like, that doesn't really get me. And I don't really have a preference for like a fretboard wood either. Like I like the, I've seen some really gorgeous Purple Heart fretboards, which I don't have, but someday when I grow up, I would like to have a Purple Heart fretboard. But yeah, I don't know. I like maple fretboards on electric guitars just because a few years ago they posted, or rather didn't post, but laws were passed to try and curb some of the illegally harvested exotic hardwoods. So sometimes a perfectly legal guitar will get confiscated unless you've got the paperwork. So maple is kind of great because light colored fretboards don't really flag people to think, oh, this is exotic. You must be carrying something that you shouldn't have. Anyway, I'm normally all about that, but I just don't want to deal with any extra help or attention from customs ever. Anyway, let's get to some more music.
More music.
More music. Deliver us from madmen and fools. Deliver us from the stupid and cruel. Deliver us from destruction we've made. Deliver us from the trust we break. Deliver us from the climate we change. Deliver us from fire and earthquake. Deliver us Deliver us from a lack of confidence. Deliver us from our anger, misspent. Deliver us from depression that chokes. Deliver us from our absence of hope. Deliver us from partition and divide. Deliver us from our fear and our pride. Deliver us from hatred and bigotry. Deliver us from self-interest and greed. Deliver us from madmen and fools. Deliver us from the stupid and cruel. Deliver us from destruction we've made. Deliver us from the trust we break. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. When the shit show's all done, love's finally won, we'll all join in one voice and sing. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. Your will now be done, we've finally won, and all of our grief turn to praise. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. The kingdom will come, and your will be done. There won't be more tears of pain. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. Will now be done, we've finally won, and all of our grief turn to praise. I couldn't hear a word you said, I couldn't hear at all. You talked until your tongue fell out, and then you talked some more. I knew if I turned, I'd turn away from you, and I couldn't look back, and I couldn't look back. Tell yourself we'll start again. Tell yourself it's not the end. Tell yourself not this way. Not today. Not today. I couldn't hear a word you said. I couldn't hear at all. You talked until your tongue fell out, and then you talked some more. I knew if I turned, I'd turn away from you, and I couldn't look back, and I couldn't look back. Tell yourself we'll start again. Tell yourself it's not the end. Tell yourself it couldn't happen, not this way. Not today. Not today. One of my favorite Cure songs.
Yep.
Hey friends, so the hour of our parting draws near. I am sad to report that I have but one song with which to share. And I would like to remind you all, if you haven't already, please like the stream and follow, turn your notifications on, and share. There's a cool little button in the lower right-hand corner of the player on Twitch. And you can set that up to share with any of your favorite social networks. I do appreciate it.
More people at the Wandering Bard.
More people at the Wandering Bard.
If you don't know, that's our space.
Yeah. We have a virtual venue. And I wanted to talk a little bit about something fun that I want to do for the patrons in the coming months. So some of you may have heard about Pixelwick, which is a digital Ren fair on Gather. And so they have like kind of a cool little Ren fair setup, and it looks sort of like A Link to the Past, like in terms of like the 16-bit technology and the aesthetic. And it's actually pretty cool. I actually made a virtual Wandering Bard, and the audio quality for performances is a little compressed for my liking, but it is pretty cool. I have like a little speakeasy set up, so like if you roll in with a crew that you know, you can sit at a table and you can only hear each other, like actually hear each other. So there's like camera and microphone, so it's kind of like Zoom plus 16-bit exploration. And the closer you are to somebody, unless you're like in a special zone, like the more clear they look and sound, which is kind of cool. So I'd actually be able to see you, or rather the house elves would be able to see you. Although
you'd be able to see the house elves, maybe.
And you'd be able to see the house elves.
Maybe.
She's funny about
magical.
Being on camera.
It's very magical.
Yeah, she's likely to apparate once on camera. But it is pretty cool. So once I get to 25 patrons, I'm going to set up a regular hangout on the Gather space. And we'll talk a little bit about like how often that'll be. My guess is that's going to be a once-a-month deal, but I think that'd be real fun. And my goal with Patreon is to get us, by the end of 2021, up to 25 patrons. And why is that good? Well, for one thing, it helps me to upgrade some gear. As I may have mentioned earlier, I really want to get some lights. And
that would really help to do that. So your support would help us to upgrade the tech so that the stream looks nicer on a Monday night, and all the other video content that I'm planning on creating in the next year. Once the lights have shown up here, I'd really like to get a new camera so that we can do some more stuff. I know video content is going to become an increasingly important thing because I've got a couple ideas of like ways that we can connect outside of this. And yeah, so Patreon is great. The lowest tier is $2 a month. That's for $24 a year, and you get access to all kinds of great VOD, exclusive content, like special singles, demos, and you're going to get to vote on the next album, which is kind of cool. And there will be a poll showing up in the next couple weeks. I am still planning on doing the Ren Fair album, and I have kind of a loose list that I've created just from kind of like seeing what y'all have said in the comments over the last little while, not just on my show, but on other people's shows. So there are going to be a couple songs that will be making maybe debuts on the album, and I'm pretty excited about that. So anyway, lots of cool stuff for patrons, and I'm grateful for the ones that I've got, grateful for the ones who are going to show up and support, and I'm really excited about all the stuff that we're going to create this year. I know we're going to get back to regular performing, or I hope we're going to get back to performing regularly in front of people, but I'm not changing Monday nights. Some of you, I hope, will be able to make it to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair when that opens up in August, and I'm planning on making a whole lot of content kind of around that. I'm really excited about some of the collaboration that's going to happen from other folk that I know are going to be there, and hopefully in the coming weeks I'll actually get to start playing with some friends again, even on a Monday night. So as much fun as it is playing solo, I love playing with other people too. So anyway, lots of cool stuff coming up on the horizon, and I feel really lucky that I get a chance to be a minstrel for all y'all, even digitally. So this last song is for all of you, and I hope you take that spirit of loving kindness that I have certainly experienced from you on my own stream and on other people's streams, and you let that radiate out in the world. This is for you.
And so, my beloved lights found each other across vast skies. Delight in each other, every adventure as you start this new life together. Enjoy the promise of all that will come as you share your light and peace. Trust the light, the love that you cling to when all around grows dark. Let the love you share radiate outward to all that you draw around you. A beacon of hope, of kindness and mercy to guide others on their way.
Thanks, friends. I cannot think of a group of people I would rather spend a Monday night with. Hope everybody is staying safe. Hope everybody else can see the light at the end of the tunnel that's coming. Keep being good to each other. Keep being a beacon of hope and kindness. Love you all. See you next week at 8.